Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
I am the queen here, the cream of the crop, and there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage. Woo! I've got the style and profile like never before. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm the man.
I am the best wrestler in the world.
They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. It's showtime, folks.
Welcome, everybody, to the Quick Count. My name is Jay Star. You might have been here last night when I was here with Ty. I am here with Fog, as always, and we have a special guest. We have ChanMan's. What is going on, brother? Thank you for joining.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me. It's a beautiful thing. I'm happy to be here. I'm actually driving home, and I stopped at a park to join your show. Thank you very much for inviting me, though. I appreciate it.
Now, that is some dedication.
That is dedication.
To everyone here. Obviously, me and Fog and I have been trying to do Sundays, but this Sunday, we got Father's Day. So here we are live on a Friday night. Fog, what's going on, bro?
Not much. Ready to get talking about some hot topics. First thing I want to dive into, ChanMan, you were at Money in the Bank. Can you tell us about it? What was it like? I saw your tweets, and it sounded like you had a good time.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was ridiculous. First, I went to the pop-up show or the pop-up store in Santa Monica.
Nice.
And that was pretty good setup. Like they have like custom-made LA shirts, which I love. Like, you know, Felipe's. I don't know if you've ever been there, but like it's that famous French dip restaurant, world famous. It's like the first ever French dip, or second, one of them.
So
but they have it themed like Felipe's, you know, and then they even had a shirt with like a gangster holding a Money in the Bank, like Total Cholo. Like they had cool shirts that were specific to LA, so I like that part. But when we got to the freaking thing, it's shenanigans because the Intuit Dome is brand new. So it's like state of the art. So let's say I buy 4 tickets. I have to make sure that each person in my group has their own ticket on their phone on the Intuit app. Wow. So everyone has to download the Intuit app. So what happens is, since each person has the ticket, you have to take a photo on the Intuit app of your face. Wow. And then you got to put your credit card information on the Intuit app. So when you walk in, you don't even scan the ticket. You just leave the phone in your pocket, and they go out. What's your name? And then Chen. And then they'll put it in. All right, you're in. And then that's it. It's crazy. And then like
that's a lot quicker than ticket.
Oh yeah. And then they even have those stores where you go in there and then they got the hot dogs ready and you just grab it and you walk out. And then you get a receipt printed to you, like, or texted to you like within 1 minute of walking out. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then they got phone charger things in the seats, and then the lights, special lights on the seats, so they change color depending on the wrestler's theme. It's crazy.
Let me ask you, Chan. So it seemed loud watching Money in the Bank, and I was listening to Chris Van Vliet recently, and he said it was loud. Like, how loud was it there at the Intuit Dome?
It was crazy loud. I thought it was like. At times it rumbled. So like when Rhea Ripley came out, I was like, oh shit, it's freaking crazy in here. And then I saw on the big screen they had the meter thing for her. Yeah. I was like, see, it really is like that. Like it was really that loud. I'm like, damn, Rhea Ripley's over as hell. But like, you know how everyone was talking about the empty seats? shit. I had two guys sitting next to me that got there like 45 minutes later. I'm like, dang, you guys are missing the whole show. And there were two Indian guys. And they stank really bad. They didn't have the deodorant on, but every time he put his arms up, I was like, oh shit. But anyways, I was talking to these guys, and they said, yeah, it was like ridiculous traffic coming from the LA area because of all the protesting that was happening and all the shenanigans that was happening with all that stuff. So people don't realize a lot of people got there late, and plus, as it is for LA shows, no one ever gets there on time. Like you watch a Laker game, you watch a Chargers game. Like Chargers game won't fill up until like this mid second quarter. So
yeah, I mean, the tickets were sold. Like you can look that data up. It's not unknown. So it's just like you said, there was a lot going on. So, but you didn't miss a beat. And so was Rhea number one pop of the night? Would you say?
No, it was R-Truth. So
Truth.
Of
course it was Truth. Yeah.
Yeah, R-Truth was the number one pop of the. Well, I mean, Rhea Ripley was pretty loud.
Can you rank them? Can you give us like a top 5?
Yeah, let's see. Number 1 was R-Truth. Number 2, I gotta think of who was there. Number 2 was Rhea Ripley. Her entrance was ridiculously loud. John Cena, freaking, it was so loud when he came in. I was like, dang. Yeah, it does not matter. People hate his heel character or not. Everyone freaking loves him. Yeah. Over there, yeah. Who else? Oh, Penta. Penta's was huge. Yeah, I don't know if it came off like that on TV. I was like, oh shit, he's over as hell. And throughout the whole throughout the whole match, they kept chanting "Cero miedo." Yeah. So yeah, I think Penta would be number 4.
So like off the top of my head, like what about LA Knight or Jey Uso?
Yeah, LA Knight got a huge pop. Jey Uso as well. I think the 4 that I mentioned was ahead of that. 5 would be Jey Uso, and 6 would be LA Knight. No, Stephanie McCare, and then LA Knight. Yeah, Stephanie McCare was loved in LA too. LA is a lot of Hispanics, so we're gonna love Dom and Stephanie, and you know those type of people.
Just you're the only ones.
Were you able to? Did you get to go to Worlds Collide at all, or you just went to Money in the Bank?
I didn't get to go to that. You know the crazy thing too is I got there. Yeah, it was real long. I got there at 1:30 and I didn't sit down. So our show started at 4 p.m. our time. I didn't sit down in our seats until 3:40, and I got there at 1:40. So imagine anyone that got there at 3:30. They're late. That's why there were so many empty seats.
Is that what does that attest to? Is that because I mean it sounds like the Intuit Dome is like very sophisticated, and it sounds like getting in is pretty quick. But what is it?
Yeah, it is. So long? It was parking, traffic, like on the road. Right. Like just to get to the parking was
like parking, getting to the building at 3 o'clock.
Right.
By the time you park, walk.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like in the building. I'm like, what is in the building?
No, not like that. No. Like I got there like at that location at 1:40. You know, I had to park, do all that stuff, and then by the time we got in was like 3, whatever it was. So it's crazy.
Well, it's good to know. I mean, you had a good time. And it was a good show. It's unfortunate some of the surrounding events, but at least you got it.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy that you had a great time. The Intuit Dome looks unbelievable. Yeah. Next time I get out to LA, whenever that may be, I've only been to Dodger Stadium, so I definitely have to try to get to the Intuit Dome. But tonight we have Friday Night Smackdown. So it announced we have the WWE champion John Cena set to appear. We're finally going to see Miss Money in the Bank Naomi start strutting her stuff. And then we have 2 men's qualifying matches, which we can get into. And then we also have so this is actually a full card of qualifying matches.
It's a stacked episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, so we have King of the Ring. We have Orton versus LA Knight versus Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes. And then we have Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Shinsuke, and Andrade. And then for the women, we have Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae, and then Jade Cargill, Mishin, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax. So, Fog, just to you, right off the bat, what is standing out here for you?
So I posted something on Twitter. It was like, I think it shadow banned me because it's like the only thing that I've posted lately that's getting, less than 1,000 or so impressions, but I thought it was funny. Maybe Twitter didn't think it was funny. So if you look at the actual renders, the images that they created for each of these matches, the kind of obvious winner has the crown over their head. So like you have a crown over the head of Cody, Randy, Jade, and Alexa Bliss. Now, Alexa's match is probably the most up in the air because that match could go. I mean, you've got Charlotte Flair and you've got Chelsea Green and you got Candice LeRae alongside Alexa Bliss. So that one maybe is iffy, but I think it's kind of obvious that Cody, Randy, Jade Cargill are probably winning their respective matches. What do you two think?
I mean, for me, at least, Ty and I had discussed it. Ty actually had a really good idea. Oh, you are right. Hold on, I'm just going to quickly pull this up. You are completely right. So, Shan, just give us your thoughts, and I'm going to pull this up.
So, what I'm thinking is because Sami Zayn has already qualified, I'm thinking that they don't. You could have Randy win. That's the obvious one. I mean,
pull up my tweet. I'm sorry, Chan, not to cut you off. Pull up my tweet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeez. Go ahead, Chan. Keep going.
So
these are the images I'm sharing are what they emailed to you, so you'll see it's a little different looking. It's a little ways down, but go ahead, Chan.
So what I'm thinking is because Sami Zayn has qualified, and if he's going to be the guy that's going to go to the finals, will it really be Randy, or could it be someone like Carmelo who pulls off an upset and Sami gets the win and moves on to the finals that way and has a great match with Carmelo? I think that's a good way to bring up Carmelo and give him that shocking victory, kind of like Roxanne Perez got. Because if Roxanne Perez isn't going to go all the way, why not just put her in the semifinals and then the person that's going to win can beat her? At least she moved up. I think they could do the same for Carmelo. But I mean, obviously, Randy Orton's the obvious choice.
Randy's really good though at giving a sneaky win to someone.
Right.
Like I could see Carmelo catching him in a roll up, and Randy can pull that. Randy will not suffer for that loss in any way, shape, or form, especially if it's like a roll up. And, I think it's one of those things where if you're going to have an obvious guy win, not an obvious guy, someone who's already been around a while win the tournament, then build someone else along the way. And the only person that really could use that, I think, right now is Carmelo Hayes. So I think to your point, that would be a pretty cool move if they want to invest in him now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of obvious.
I agree. And then also LA Knight, he cost Braun Breaker the shot in the last week on Raw. So maybe they show up and then cost LA Knight and maybe even Aleister Black, since they did something with Aleister Black last week, and then that'll leave Carmelo to get the victory there.
Yeah. So I want to give a shout out to Ty, obviously co-host of the Real Marks of Long Island. He had this idea. If no one listened last night live, he said that he sees Jade Cargill going through, winning the Queen of the Ring, just to be stifled by a cash-in by Naomi.
That's what I think. That was what I had said too. I think give Jade Cargill the win, give her the match, but keep her from the title by having Naomi cash in during the match, and do not let Jade Cargill get that belt yet. Give her Mania. Give her the Rumble to Mania or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it is the perfect opportunity just to progress that story.
Yeah.
And especially with Naomi and how she's just kind of had the one-up on Jade. I mean, I know Jade gets to her and beats her down, but I mean, who has the Money in the Bank briefcase right now?
Right.
Who's the one laughing on social media and building all that up? It's Naomi. It's proceed with caution, Naomi. So I think it would just be brilliant to see Jade lift the title for 5 seconds and then have Naomi sneak attack her, cash in, and then take the title from her.
That's a good idea too. What do you think,
Yeah,
J-Man?
I agree. I actually tweeted that this morning, a few
Yeah.
scenarios of what could happen with Jade Cargill. Because in my opinion, I think she's going to win it. It just seems logical. And then plus with the reports supposedly that they're going to give her a big push coming up this summer. I mean, what's this summer? SummerSlam. So I think it'll be Jade Cargill versus Naomi at SummerSlam. I think Naomi will either cash in before SummerSlam, and then maybe they get Bianca involved. Maybe it becomes a triple threat, or maybe they got Bianca to be the guest referee in that match. So that's one of the options. Or they can do Jade versus Tiffany and then have Naomi cash in after the match as well.
Now, Fog, I already know your answer here, but Chan, I want to hear from you. Clearly, there is a mystery spot on the men's side for Raw that Adam Pearce has to pick who is going to be in that.
Oh, I think he announced that earlier.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. I was at work.
Yeah, it's Jey Uso.
Jey Uso.
People were pretty disappointed. Well, obviously, you are too.
Oh, see, I was at work. I did not see that. I was hoping it would be Karrion Kross. Oh, man.
People were not tremendously happy about it.
That is all right. Yeah. Now I'm just upset.
Because now I think it's gonna be Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn in the finals.
I definitely see Sami pushing through. It's got to be Sami, but I would have loved to see Sami and Karrion, especially with what they got going on right now. I would have loved to see that interaction in the ring, to see finally if Sami will turn heel and do what he's got to do to win. But I guess he'll have to do it either against Cody or now I would assume Jay. That's just my guess right there. What about you, Fog?
Yeah, that's where the story's going. And I mean, if you really look at the whole landscape, which is a big, long story, like Karrion's kind of had a point of almost every character now, especially the heels, but Drew and Seth, and we could like list almost everyone on the roster. So it's pretty obvious Sami's kind of doing what he has to do in order to win, and he's not seeing it yet. Karrion's like confused why he's not seeing it, and he's just like, no, I'm the better man. And it's like, yeah, I think we're working towards Sami Zayn winning that World Heavyweight Championship soon. So, but I think he's got to do what he has to do in order to get it, and I think he's going to realize that sooner than later.
I hope so. But that is the SmackDown preview from us three. We have one more topic, and I know Fog wants to talk about this one as well. We have a returning Goldberg. We kind of knew that this was going to happen, and then obviously Viper from bodyslam.net, our friend, he put it out there that it is happening this Monday. Goldberg will be in the arena, and the plans are Goldberg versus Gunther. Thankfully, it looks like it's going to be Saturday night's main event, so I don't have to watch that at SummerSlam. But Fog, I know you wanted to talk about this, so the floor is yours.
Yeah, listen, Goldberg, it's not a surprise that Goldberg is coming back. I think it's more or less it's here, right? It's like you have a dentist appointment in 6 months, right? You have that dentist appointment. It's when it's like next week that it really hits you and you're like, ugh. So Goldberg's coming back. We had the interaction with Gunther. It's sour grapes in my opinion. Like, I love Goldberg. I mean, Goldberg changed the channel for me. I stopped watching WWE when I saw Goldberg. I was like, well, this is garbage, right? So, a huge Goldberg fan growing up. Obviously, age catches up to all of us. He just did an interview talking about how he caught multiple injuries on this path back. So that's not really good news to get out there coming into a match. And then, Jey Uso is being built up through Roman Reigns for years to be a main event guy, to lose clean to Gunther, who he beat clean at WrestleMania, and he had a 51-day title run or something like that. So it's like all sour grapes. I don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But man, a title match? I want to talk more, but I don't want to just keep going. So let me get y'all's thoughts first. So, J-Man, what you got on Goldberg?
So Goldberg, yeah, I agree with you. How it's this, let's just get this out of the way type of thing. But I think because it was in Atlanta, I thought about, or I think I heard about this like months ago, where that was where they wanted to schedule it, was in Atlanta at Saturday night's main event, just because it's his hometown. So, I mean, it's coming. At least there's going to be, it's probably only going to be like 10 minutes long total, including the entrances, including the announcer.
About that,
Yeah, it's gonna be short because he's gonna have a short match, and maybe there's gonna be 3 sets of commercials in that 10 minutes, because Saturday night's main event, they love the commercials. But I think we'll get it out of the way. I don't think Goldberg will win. I mean, I'm kind of getting scared that he will, but if he does, that means Seth Rollins cashing in that day, because he's not gonna stick around and have another match. That's supposed to be his final match in his hometown.
For me, I don't understand why they had to put the title on Gunther. Like, why can't it just be a singles match? Like, he's just in the crowd and Gunther, Goldberg catches Gunther's eye and he just calls him out. Why did it have to be at the cost of Jay and his title reign?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand, because it's like, does Goldberg have to, like, he's in a match, he's got to go for the title? Like, that's just kind of lackluster for me, especially they're saying he's gotten hurt like 5 times while training. He's come out and said, I hurt my hamstring, I hurt this, I hurt that. Like, dude, like, figure it out. Like,
he's training hard.
Yeah,
and
no,
that's the thing, with all due respect, Goldberg's going to come out there, and from the looks department, he's going to make Gunther look like a child. Goldberg is all intensity. He takes this very seriously. He's no joke. And in a real fight, there's not, at 50 whatever, I still would probably put my money on on Goldberg, like against a lot of people. Until you start naming Brock Lesnar, I'm going to say Goldberg's. I mean, that dude's a freak, right? He's a very legitimate martial artist too. But to your point, you just ruined Jey Uso, who you spent years building up. The guy's a top merch guy, is your top baby face in a land where you don't have a lot of main event talent. Which, I like to comment on a lot of your posts, ChanMan, that just kind of like piss off some people, because we don't have a lot of main event talent, and like Carmelo's not there. He's got years to go. Right. And there's a lot of people that are like mid card that sniff the main event. And then there's a lot of, like, you could give this guy main event potential, but like, they don't, I don't know, maybe they don't want to, or they don't want to right now. So it's kind of like, well, just give it back to Gunther. And then why a title match for Goldberg? So from my perspective, just give Goldberg the belt. Like, write 24/7 on it, and just get that belt trashed now. It's like, whatever, man. We don't look forward to anymore with that. So I'm kind of over it, to be honest with you. I think Gunther in general, like, they just did. They had so much story to work with there. You could have really done a back to the drawing board story with him, brought Kaiser back, and tried to do more with building Gunther up, give him a couple months to try out a different variation of his character and build him up, give him some wins. Because what did he do? He lost to Jay, and then he faced Pat McAfee, and then he beat Jay, right?
Yeah, that's he got suspended. And then Pat brought him back. So he took a little vacation, came back, beat Pat, and now he's back to being the champion.
Yeah, long-term booking, man. No, I don't know. I'm kind of being facetious here. I mean, after a while, and then you see some of the booking decisions, it's just kind of, you just get numb to it. You're like, whatever, give the belt to Goldberg. I really don't care at this point. I don't care, because who else? I mean, you got Rollins. Who else off the top of your head is like right now? Almost anyone could take that belt and it wouldn't matter. But like, if you really thought of it like the WWE Championship, like when Roman had it, think of it in that vein, which is hard. I get that. But if you think about it as like the title, top of your head, who else? CM Punk. Why has he not already held it? What are we waiting for? He should have already had the belt. You know, because he's older too, and I don't know.
I two things with
You
Jay.
named one guy, by the way. You include Seth. That's not good, guys.
No,
That's not good.
And to
15 years ago, you could name 15 guys.
To the Jay, you can name 15 women that deserve the title right now.
Right now, the women's division is just so hot all around. Like they're all main event talent. Like not all, but most of them are like. But they're just putting in a different level of work.
But to the point of Jay is, I don't know when the next time he gets that title back.
Never,
if ever, honestly.
He'll probably tag with Jimmy here soon.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. He's going to end up going back to the Usos, which will be a great reunion. We haven't seen them really, you know, they teamed up once, I believe, like 4 months ago or 5 months ago on a Saturday night event or whatever it was. But other than that, like, I think that was it for quite some time, world title wise, for Jey Uso, which honestly, it kind of sucks.
It does, but I mean, if you look back, like on like Jeff Hardy, you know, or Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, I think held it maybe twice or 3 times or something like that, twice, I think. But short main event.
H2 held it a lot, but very short runs.
Yeah, and like they stayed popular, you know, like RVD or Jeff Hardy, like people like that. I think Jey Uso is going to fall into that category where he's not necessarily going to be a main eventer for the rest of his life, but he's going to be one of the most popular guys on the roster. So I don't think it's horrible. I mean, now we can call him a former world champion, so that's good. You know, it's not the end of the world. And plus, Jimmy Uso is probably sad that he's not on TV that much.
Yeah.
So.
What are they going to do? They're going to do the same entrance? Because you kind of have to keep that Jey Uso entrance. So you think as a tag team, do they both come out to Jay's song? Or are they going to come out separately?
Oh.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Maybe they go back to the original song.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't think they could kill the Yeet, though, yet. Like, it's just so...
No. They're just going to change it to, it's just us, Oos.
Okay.
Day one. It's just us, Oos. Yeah, and then they both do the.
Because you got to remember, we got to fit commercials in there, so you only get time for one entrance.
They love commercials.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll finish it by saying, like, yeah, I say this a lot. The Goldberg situation is basically steak on a trash can lid. I think if you brought, I thought it was like right there in front of you that Goldberg cost Gunther in the first place. He spears him in a match, and then Jey Uso pins him off of that, or someone. Like, what they really should have done is in the match where Jey Uso and Gunther just had, where Gunther won, have Goldberg come out then and cost him the match. Give Jey Uso the clean win at WrestleMania. That's all fine and well. But then Gunther's rematch, have Goldberg come out. I'm getting the G's mixed up. And have Goldberg come out, spear Gunther or whatever, and then Jay wins again. We can move on. Jay keeps the belt. And then, then you have Goldberg and Gunther, no title. I don't love when the fans go, oh, this match doesn't need a title. This blah, blah, blah. This match does not need a title. And it's bad that it has a title. Like, CM Punk doesn't need to win a world title. But, like, for business sake, you should put the title on him at some point. This match is getting killed. That title is just dying a slow, brutal death.
And truthfully, I think it, to your point, like, let's just look at John Cena and R-Truth. When they had their match at Saturday Night's Main Event, it was non-title, but that kind of made you think, like, oh, does R-Truth have a possibility of winning this match and going over? Because John will keep the belt, but once that title's on the line, you know Cena's not dropping it yet. So R-Truth is losing. So it's like with Goldberg and Gunther, if there was no title on the line, like, oh shit, Goldberg might end up winning his final match because there's nothing for Gunther to lose. And now that Gunther has the title, and if it's possibly for that world title, there's no way Gunther is losing. There's just no way.
Yeah. Well, maybe their end goal is to get Sami Zayn that match at SummerSlam, and he's not going to go against Jey Uso, so they need a heel to hold it, and that's probably why they had Gunther win the title now, because maybe Sami Zayn wins, and then he gets cashed in on by Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
take away that moment from him, and then Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble at Saudi next year.
Yeah, no, I hear you. We are at the 30-minute mark. ChanMan, thank you for joining us. We hope to have you on a lot more. Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
No, nothing. Okay, maybe my Twitter account, Chandran the Man at Chandran the Man. It's just Chandran the Man.
Fog, anything you want to say before we wrap up?
No, happy to be here as always. The PWN Discord, which is now Body Slam, remains free. We do have the Patreon dropping news constantly. Corey and Viper have just been launching it, just constant. So grateful for a heck of a start to that and happy to be here, and see you all next time.
Well, you guys know what that means. Ring that bell, because this episode is over. We will see you all on the next one. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Father's Day if you guys are all fathers.